Hi guys, my name's Ellie and welcome to my channel. Today I want to do a palette focus on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I realized I haven't used this since I got it and did a look to prepare for potentially my friend's wedding. I don't know if that's what I'm wearing to the wedding, but I liked playing with it. And I also realized that it's the end. It is officially the 2nd of February. Yeah, 2nd of February. I already did my empties, which is kind of when I mainly was going to be doing my check-ins about how everything's going. But I did that like mid-January. So as for an update on my low-buy, we don't really have that. Especially because I was hoping to do them at the end of each month and kind of check in about any temptations I've had, any things I've done instead of buying, stuff like that. So I thought I'd chat with you guys about that while doing my makeup. There was a house I thought I wanted to see this weekend, but I can't remember which one it is, and I can't seem to find it. Because if you've ever been house shopping, you will save so many houses to like go back and look at them later, but then you just have this huge long list of houses so you can't remember which one you liked why. Or you're like, oh, this one's open on Saturday, I'll totally go see that. Can't find it. None of the ones in my list that are open on Saturday are ones that I was really that interested in. So that is eyeshadow primer on. I'm also going to put in Free Spirit from the Tarte Tartlet palette, and then I'll go over that with the Bare Minerals Wearable Light Pistachio. Those are both in my project pan, and I'm having a lot of fun. Well, I'm not having fun with them. They're good base products, and they are being good base products. So, I feel like I did both well and poorly this month. I did well in that I bought one makeup related thing. It is a setting spray, and I bought it as the setting spray I was using was dying. And now I've officially used up the other setting spray, so I'm back to having just one setting spray, which is the plan. If I have something like that I am out of, or that I only really keep one going at a time, I can replace it. And that's about when I want to replace it. I want to keep it to a point where I'm aware that it's about to go out, but still have enough time to go and pick one up from the store, because I'm not going to go same day. I'm not always going to have the time to run an errand. I might have other plans that morning, that evening, that afternoon, or I could go and pick it up and realize that the store's out of what I want, and I'll have to order it online, which will take longer for it to ship to me. So I want to give myself a little bit of cushion, but then also once I do get the other one, because I was very lucky that I had some free time. I had some other stuff I needed from the mall, so I was already going out there. I went into Sephora. They had exactly what I wanted, because I wanted to try the Boscia one again, because I've done it in the past and I wanted to try it again. So I got the Boscia one, and it was in stock, no issues. I bought a sleeping mask with it as well, because I've been wanting to get another more hydrating layer for nighttime. I've been playing around with my skincare, but not with any kind of purpose, just doing it. Because I have kind of finished up a couple moisturizers and serums, and so I've ordered some stuff, I've used some stuff, and I feel like I got a good moisturizer for daytime, because I want my skin to be a little drier in the day because I'm oily. But anybody with oily skin can also tell you that mattifying products will be very drying on your skin, and so you do kind of want to get some more moisturizing things for nighttime to help your skin recover from all the things you put on it to make it not be oily during the day. So, my moisturizer is nice, nice and light. It absorbs quite well, even though currently I have like a solid oil bar thing, but the oils in it are great. They've been absorbing well. They've been moisturizing without like staying sticky. So that's gone really well. I just realized that I was still feeling a little dry at night, so I picked up a sleeping mask so you can like do your moisturizer, because I was going back and forth between adding a sleeping mask that just adds some extra moisture or getting a whole second night moisturizer. I didn't want to do that, so I didn't do that. I bought the sleeping mask because it was there. I'd been interested in it. I got it. It's working well so far. So, those are the two things I bought. Makeup-y type things. And even the sleeping mask isn't really makeup, it's skincare, but I can't say I went into Sephora and bought one thing. I bought two things. But it was a replacement thing, and I'm going to start with Eden in the crease. So, the makeup I bought was a replacement, and it was at the right time. Oh, that's orange. That is oranger than I planned. It's blending out quite nicely, though. So we're going very orange. It's cute though. So yeah, the makeup purchase that I bought was within my parameters. I didn't use up my January fun purchase, just because I kind of want to get at least one, maybe 2 to 3 months into the year before I start, building on my collection again, because it's a month. If I'm already using up my fun purchases this early in the year, that doesn't bode well for my time. I'm kind of taking it as a cleanse time, where I'm gonna just play with what I have, work on my panning stuff, get some progress, and look at makeup and be interested in makeup, but also not really pursue it. I've seen a lot of things that I would be fine with owning, but I didn't pick up. I didn't buy them. I didn't, sit there and go, oh my god. Which currently we're in the lull. I'm going to take Eden again on the lower lash line. We're still in like the post-holiday lull. When there are things being released, but it's going to be a lot less and a lot more toned down than the holiday stuff. Because we just did holiday. We're still recovering. Most of us got holiday gifts. So not as many people are likely to just up and buy as many things, which makes it a good time to bring out what I'm currently seeing, which is more foundations, more base products, setting powders, concealers, which are not a big draw for me. So that's convenient. I get to sit back and be like, that's interesting, I'll take note. I don't really use concealer. I have been good about really only running one, tops 2 foundations at a time. I got a foundation before I realized how long it was going to take me to finish the foundation I'm still on. So, I have 2 right now, but I'm really only using 1. I get interested in setting powders on and off, but I just don't really. I have the RCMA No Color powder, and it lasts me forever. It works really well. I have other ones I like as well, but I'm not like itching to try a new one, and I don't really need to have more than one going. And I'm going to take Saturn and kind of deepen up the crease since we're going orange. I'm wondering how much darker this one's going to be, because this one looks like it would do what I already did, but that was the other one. So, let's just, ooh. Oh, I like that. I picked this up feeling like I had a plan, but I didn't have a plan. So now we're kind of seeing something come together. which is nice. Oh, I like it. So yeah, I'm feeling good about where I am. I've had a lot more fun playing in my collection. I did have my last 2018 purchase finally came in the mail, which that sounds sassy, but it's Clean Out Cosmetics. I know they have a long making to shipping to getting to me time, and I'm prepared for that. So it's here. I played with it. I overall have not felt too tempted when I have been like, ooh, that's pretty. I'll then remember that I have a ton of makeup. Seeing something and seeing like, oh, that's cute, doesn't mean I need it at all, in the slightest. I really don't. I'm gonna take Parallel and just kind of darken up to like just the outer edge because I want to go in with Throne, and I feel like Throne just on these two oranges is going to be a little too stark. So I want to just add a little depth out here. Yeah, so every time I've seen something or been like, ooh, that would be really cute, I've thought about what I have. I was a little tempted by the Hourglass. They have well, they come out with two limited edition packaging things. One is 2 lipsticks in gold packaging with black hearts on them. And the other one is silver packaging. And as much as I like the Hourglass lipsticks, and I did intend to buy their holiday pack in, last year, it sold out before I was in a good mood to buy it, or before I was really committed to it. And I have since then kind of sat down with my lipsticks and looked at what I have, how much of these things I can actually really wear at my job. I've pulled a bunch out and put them in just a box that I don't know if I'm going to throw them out or let my friends look at them because, I don't know, I feel like lipsticks are a little bit more gross than powder products to give back and forth. And, like, I've let people pick through my lipsticks again, but some of these are liquid lipsticks, some of them are lip glosses, which I feel like just traps the germs a little bit more. So we're going to go into Throne on the outer half. And so, I don't know yet. I very well might just have them sit in the box and then throw them out, because that's how it works sometimes. And I know that's not everybody's thing. A lot of people are like, oh, it's so wasteful. I'm like, I already spent the money. It's already there. All of these are things I've used, or like they came in subscription boxes, or as like samples or point perks. So it's not like I'm buying fresh makeup that somebody else could have bought instead and just throwing it out. These are all things I've had, and I either thought I was going to use them, or I don't know. They're from a time when I was allowed to wear different colors to work. Just all sorts of different situations. Or they're a color that I thought was going to be flattering and it just isn't. Or a color I thought I'd reach for that I'm just not. That's fine. Throwing out your makeup when you're not going to use it to kind of trim down your collection to stuff that you will reach for is fine. And I get a little sassy because I'm in several makeup groups and people will post stuff and be like, oh, I'm throwing it out. Or even just in the comments of people's videos, people say, oh, that's so wasteful that you're throwing it out. It's not. They bought it. It's their product. They can do whatever the fuck they want with it. And even if they do want to buy a product and just trash it for fun, it's their money. Once they buy the product, it's theirs. They can do whatever they want. There is no moral requirement to donate your makeup once you're done with it. If you don't want to, if you don't want to do the research to find that out, if you just are in the mood where you need it out of your collection and out of your face, and the trash can's the fastest way, and it's better for your mental health to just throw it out, do that. Do not let somebody else tell you how you are going to do your own makeup or handle your collection or any of that stuff. And then want to take pyramid on the inner half. So yeah, because I'll see people be like, oh my gosh, I've had this and that, like hoarding or buying temptations and stuff and whatever. So instead I sat down with my collection and I pulled out old makeup that I'm not using, not getting a use for, whatever, and I threw it out. And people will then go in there and be like, oh, you should have donated it. Which, yeah, it's great if you have the time and energy to donate it. I'm not saying you should always throw your makeup out, but if the best course for you is to get it out of your collection as fast as possible, and you don't have time to find a place to package it up, to sanitize it for them, or to even be confident that they're going to use it, because a lot of places don't always accept open makeup and stuff like that. Just do whatever works for you. So yeah, when I declutter, I don't generally show that to people because they'll ask me why I'm not donating it. They'll say, oh, well, people could use that. Yeah, people could. Physically, they could use it because it's a product. But that's not the situation I'm in. It's not always something I want to do. I am more likely to pick it up and start using it again and then put it in my collection to promptly forget about it and not use it after that one time if it stays around. If I make a pile for a specific person, because I've done that. I've made some makeup packages for my friends that I know, if I know it's going to them, I'm better about it. But if it's just sitting there for me to research a charity and come up with a place for it, it'll last a lot longer. I'll pick it up and then I'll never use it again because I wasn't using it to begin with. Or I'll neglect other makeup that I had already designated as more useful for me to use that other makeup that I was fine decluttering. I just didn't go all the way through the steps. Just trying to get the blend right. I don't want to lose too much of Throne, but I also don't want to hide Pyramid. So I'm having some moments. Yeah, so the things that I've been... Oh, go away, son. The things that I have been tempted by, I've been able to talk myself out of, or be like, if that's still around, a couple months away, and I'm still thinking about it, we'll do it then. But the first month is not the place for me to do that. I'm going to go in with Lucid on the inner corner. I'm deciding whether or not I want to put Throne on the lower lash line. I've been doing that a little bit and liking it, but I don't know. Also, the sunlight is deciding to be weird. Even through the curtain I put over the window so I wouldn't have direct sunlight in weird chunks and patches. It's deciding to do that anyway. So yeah, I've felt pretty good about my choices, about going into my collection. I don't know how well that's gonna hold up once we get into the more interesting makeup purchases. Because right now we're doing, there's a lot of Lunar New Year stuff and Valentine's stuff, but a lot of it is lipsticks or, highlighters with a imprint on it, and I'm just not as tempted by that. So currently it's really easy for me to be like, no. But it might not be easy in a couple months. I'm going to take Throne with this little flat pressy brush so I can press it into the outer corner of my lash line. I've done it a couple times and I've really liked the shape it makes. So, I've been playing with it. I think the problem in the past is I did it with really loose pressed or crumbly black shadows like obsidian, I'm not going to do this with because it won't turn out right, but it's been working really well with dark shimmers. Oh no, I did it a little too far out. Because it makes that really nice V at the corner, which turned out great on this side. A little fuzzy on this side. Let's see if we can fix it with this brush. Okay, yeah. And then we're gonna fluff it. Okay, my lighting's horrible, but yeah, I say yeah, and so a lot, and editing your own videos will make you very aware of the things that you say that are too prevalent. Almost tried to say so again. I'm working on pulling those out because it's good for this medium as well, because I'm sure you guys are going to get frustrated of hearing me say the same space holder words, and I have made that effort in the past to modify my speech patterns as well, because those placeholder words, they come across as a little bit more childish, and I have a bit of a baby face. So going into more professional environments, I make an effort to eliminate a lot of those pause words, the, you know, like, the so, the I just try not to speak until I have something ready to say. It makes what I say come across as a lot more professional, a lot more impactful. I'm trying to do that here as well, just so that you guys don't get frustrated of me going a bunch of times. That's why YouTubers do supercuts of themselves saying their pause space holder words, and it's just, I'm gonna try not to make you guys hate me with the way I think in the middle of things, and I think with words, so we're gonna make that a little bit more quieter, a little bit more think before you speak, but I'm not there yet, so you're gonna get a lot of that. The way that I have felt in my first month of my low-buy is very good. I've been very interested in exploring my makeup collection, in getting more usage out of stuff like this, which, this is gorgeous. I need to use it more. It's got really great colors, and I would like to be more confident in all of my makeup, knowing all the different combinations and stuff like that. I saw enough videos with the Natasha Denona Lila palette that I have pulled it out because it's gorgeous, and I want to use those colors more often and be more confident in saying that I can pull this and this color out of that one palette hidden in my collection, and know I can dupe stuff, because I'm going to try and do that as we get closer to things that are tempting me, that are things I want to buy. I would like to be able to say, of that 10 pan palette, there's 8 that I'm going to use, and those 8 shadows I already have in my collection. I did a little bit of that with the Melt Cosmetics Blueprint stack. I wasn't tempted by it. I was interested when they were just showing the blues. I was hoping they were going to do more with that color story, and then they didn't. They did half pretty standard blue tones, half very standard warm neutral tones. And so I duped it in my collection, just to prove how easy it was to pull the most common blues in my collection out and be like, I have them, you have them. The worry is when we get to more interesting, more unique makeup, I'm not going to be as aware of things in my collection that are duplicates. When I pulled that out, and I was like, yeah, I have this, I have it a couple times, I was surprised how many times I had that one specific shadow that was like the most interesting. I'm looking around like maybe it's in front of me because I have some stuff left over from other filming things around me, and it's not, but it is a really common, it was like the go-to interesting blue for a while, and I was not aware how many variations of it I have. I knew I had a couple, which is why I was panning one of them. I didn't realize how many. It's a lot. So between digging into my collection, using my palettes, doing different looks out of them, and getting more dupe experience, I'm hoping to be able to remind myself that I have a lot of colors, I have a lot of variety. It's unlikely that there's a shadow so unique that I don't have something like it. Other than like the multi-chromes, and even then, that's not a daily use product, so I don't need a bunch of them. Honestly, but I'm interested in them, so I'm not stopping myself, because they are something that I can either do a nice one shadow look with, but I'm not wearing them every day, so it's not that serious. I have duochromes, I have glitters, I have a gorgeous variety of metallic shades. I have palettes in there I haven't used over a year, because I can reach out and touch the wardrobe that I bought for my makeup. My end goal is to be more confident in the ways that I can use what I have to make the things that are inspiring me. So, if something I want to buy, I'm hoping to be either I legitimately have a space for it. I have a hole in my collection that product is unique enough to fill, that I don't have anything like it, legitimately. Or I can see what in that is inspiring me, pull those out, and find them in my collection, because I have a lot of things in my collection, and just use what I have, because these gorgeous things that I bought that I was very excited for, they don't have that much usage, and I would hate for them all to get old and unusable while I'm chasing something newer, or differently shaped, or just in more interesting, fresh packaging. Because that blueprint stack is a big kind of warning sign for me of, they put it in blue containers, they put it in the stack packaging as opposed to the palette packaging, so you'd have to open up each section to kind of see. They did split pans, which I appreciate. There's way too much product in most of those melt stacks for the consistent people to buy it. Most people are not buying one melt stack and using it until it's done. So splitting it up and making it smaller amounts of product that you're more likely to use before it goes bad is a good choice, in my opinion. But it also means that you're not opening it up and looking at it like a palette. It's not a very visible color story for you. In order to do that, you have to take all the different discs out and do that. And the disc itself are kind of the hockey puck shape and the stacking and that's kind of a gimmick to me. When it was their only packaging, I was like, oh, it's interesting, it's what they do, it's their thing. But now that I know that they can press into palettes, no problem, and that they're doing that, they have the capabilities and the facilities to do that, the stack packaging is now just a gimmick. It's look, it's different. Look, it's different. The inside, though nice, is pretty standard. And things like that get people, because, well, I don't have a pineapple palette. So they'll look at the color story, say it's usable, they'll pick the palette up, and I bet you I have a dupe for every single color in that palette in my collection. I'm happy I have it because it's pineapple shaped and it worked on me, but the hockey puck packaging and making it blue, those are all little things to kind of like trick you into seeing what is a half standard blue, half very standard overdone warm browns, and getting excited about it. There's people being like, oh my gosh, blue. You go back and you look at what Melt used to do, like the Lovesick stack was fantastic. It was gorgeous and interesting when it came out. And they're just not pushing the envelope. They've done 2 green palettes. And even then, they're not that green. I was interested in using the Gemini palette today because I have that. And then I was like, I'm just going to pick it up and look at it and be mad about everybody saying, oh, it's so interesting. It's nice. It's usable. But it's the same color story pared down, honestly, from the Subculture palette. And that, when Subculture came out, everybody did that. Those swampy greens, they're everywhere. And that's the most interesting part of the palette, because the other half is browns. Browns and a copper. It's just not that innovative. So, when somebody comes out and says, we're doing blue, I want to see interesting. I want to see real inspiration. If they truly wanted to do a blueprint stack, it needs to be more blue. There needs to be whites. There needs to be stuff like that. You could have done so much more with it. And instead you did a navy blue, shimmer, and matte. That was the pop of blue in everybody's palette for the last year. As well as a aqua color, which was the pop of blue 2 years ago, which is also the same thing you can get from mixing like a touch more blue into the teals that were a big pop of color in the whole last year, and a light aqua duochrome, which is the highlight that everybody was using to put in to match their blue. So that was frustrating. But I'm going to stop rambling and finish up my face, and then I'll check back in. But yeah, it's been going good. I have made smart purchases. I've been exploring my collection more. I'm hopefully building some good patterns for when it comes up to be temptation time. We'll see. And this is the finished look. I don't know how I feel about the lip gloss. It's really cute. It's from Shiro Cosmetics. It's Felix Felicis. It's the luck potion from the Harry Potter collection. I don't know. I like it now, but I didn't like it in the mirror. Anyway, I think the makeup turned out really, really nice. I like it a lot. I am enjoying the thing I did with the lower lash line, and I'm feeling confident on my low buy. Ooh! This is the setting spray I bought, because I finished up this one. It's dead. So yeah, I showed somebody now. They'll show up in the end of February, because that's going to be my empties, but that is the only makeup thing I've bought in the month of January. I'll see you guys next time.